Namaste, this is Monica and I welcome you to another Yin Yoga practice. Most of you who have been practicing with me already know, so you can skip to the session directly. But those who are practicing Yin Yoga for the first time understand that this practice is going to be a very slow paced. We are going to hold into each asana for about 3 to 4 minutes. All of these asanas are done on the floor. They are mainly focused on working on your deeper connective tissues, because in active yoga we don't really get time to go deeper into our body. And since we are holding our asanas for longer, this is going to be a very mindful practice. You get to know a lot about yourself when you do this practice, especially our resistance, how we are holding our asanas, how sometimes it is difficult for us to be still and also relax into one position, right? And we always follow 3 principles in Yin Yoga. Number 1, that we find our edge. Because we are going to hold that asana for long, we need to find a position which is not too uncomfortable, at the same time not too comfortable for us, to find that balance point for ourselves. Number 2 would be that we are going to resolve to remain still for the time that we have decided. So of course, when you find a new edge, you can move ahead. And of course, if you feel way too uncomfortable, you can move your body a little bit. But usually we would try and be still in our asana. Number 3 would be we are going to hold our asana for the time that we have decided, for the duration. And that's why it is very important that in the beginning itself, you find a perfect edge for yourself. And that comes with a lot of self-awareness. And that is what you would also get to explore in this practice. I'm really excited to have you join me in this practice. Let's explore this together on the mat. So welcome to your mat. Before you begin this practice, if you do not have cushion, bolster around you, please go grab pillows, cushions, 3-4 pillows, 3-4 cushions, and keep them around you so that you don't have to run again and break your practice in between. Because these props are going to make your practice feel more comfortable and relaxing. You can of course do it without the props as well. So if you are in a place wherein you don't have anything around, perfectly fine, no problem at all. So let's explore this practice. We will first start with breath awareness to center and ground ourselves. We will also set an intention to stay mindful throughout the session. So you can sit in a cross-legged position. I'm sitting over a cushion, so this is a firm cushion. So if you are using a cushion to sit over, make sure it is firm, or alternatively you can use a block. Sometimes block get little uncomfortable, especially for me, but you can try if the block works for you. So you can place your palms over your knees or thighs, palms facing down. Gently close your eyes, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Sweep your awareness all throughout your body to connect with your body. Take your awareness to the crown of your head, flowing down to your face, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, palms, fingers, flowing back to your shoulders, then to your chest, your upper back, the sides of your rib cage, your lower back, your abdomen, your hips, your groin, your pelvis. Move down to your thighs, your knees, your lower legs, calf and shin, your ankles, heels, foot, toes. And making this connection with your body. Moving deeper with this connection by focusing on your breath. So watch your breath, the natural rhythm itself. And if you find it difficult to focus on your breath, maybe focus on the temperature of the air in your nostrils. And see if you can notice a difference in the temperature as you inhale and exhale. You may feel a coolness as you inhale and warmth as you exhale. Now follow your breath from your nostrils all the way down, flowing through your spine to your tailbone. And as you exhale, following your breath up to your heart center. Making this orbit of energy. Filling up your spine. And letting it all go with each exhalation. All the worries, all the thoughts, withdrawing all your tensions to this moment. Being with yourself, just as who you are, into your being. Let us also set an intention that we are going to continue this connection that we have formed just now throughout our practice. And let us join our palms together to the heart center. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, open your eyes. Thank you. So let us start with the first asana, which is going to be square, also known as double pigeon. We're going to work on our hips and spine at the same time. So you can bring your left shin, keeping it parallel to the longer edge of your mat, and then bring your right shin over your left one. You can see my right knee is above my left foot, while my right foot is above my left knee. So it's almost in the same line. Now, for some of you, you may have gap between your knee and your foot. If that's the case, feel free to place a cushion under your knee. So once you find your position, which is best for you right now, we will move to the full variation of this asana. So we are going to hold this asana for 2 minutes each side. In the first 1 minute, we are also going to work on our shoulders. You can take your right arm, bend your right elbow, place your right palm behind your back, so as if you're patting your own palm. Take your left palm behind your back. You may want to use a belt to catch hold of your palm with each other, or if you are simply placing these palms on your back, that's also fine. And then press your elbows a little bit more back, feeling that opening in your chest, opening in your shoulders. So we're going to hold in this position first for a minute. Now some of you may want to stay in the center, and some of you may want to deepen the stretch, the sensation in your right hip. And if you want to do that, you can start folding forward and you can drop your head down and choose how much forward that you want to go. You may find a new edge. You may feel that your torso is going down, and which is okay as long as you're keeping your chest open. If you feel your chest is collapsing as you're going down, that's when you can stop, because we are also working on a shoulder and a chest. And as you inhale, come back to the center. Now this time we are going to go deeper down as much as it is possible for you again. For some of you, if this is still a good sensation on your right hip, stay back in the center itself. Release your arms, relax your arms. Or for others, you may want to go a bit deeper, so you can place your palms forward. Walk your palms forward and allow your head to sink down. And this is where we may need props, so you can place 2 props, 2 cushions, 2 pillows, or bolster in front of you to rest your head over. And feeling the sensation in your right hip. Just connect and breathe all the way to your sensation. So these are passive holds. However, everything in our body is working to support us at this moment. And every moment we are accepting where we are right now. We are not fighting with our present situation. We are not fighting with our present body. We are noticing it and we are just connecting with it. And to lift yourself back up, you can press your palms down, walk your palms back to come back in the center. And now let us change the side. So now this time right shin, left shin over the right one. And we'll be taking the left arm up. Bend your elbows, take your right arm also behind you. Catch hold of your palms if possible. Otherwise, simply hold a belt or wherever your arms are reaching. Let us stay in the center, or you may want to fold forward slightly. Remember, we are not supposed to collapse our chest here. Just tilting the pelvic maybe to forward. You may feel the gravity slowly working on your chest. It is pulling your chest down. And breathe. Watch your breath. See how you're breathing right now. The most beautiful part of Yin Yoga practice is that we get to watch, connect with ourselves on so many deeper levels. Because we get to pause in Yin Yoga. We get to get still. And breathe in, breathe out to come back in the center. Slowly releasing your palms. Let us change to the second position. Again, either stay in the center or walk your palms forward. Or if you want, use the cushions like I used in the last sessions. If you can come down fully without the cushions, you can do that. Choosing your variation. And just noticing how this asana is working on your hips, on the side of your hips, on the side of your thighs.
So for each one, the sensation would be different depending on where their body is. For some, it could be very intense sensation. For some, it is mild. But just watching whatever it is, wherever we are right now. And we are sending a breath all the way to those sensations to connect with them in order to avoid any kind of resistance. Press your palms down.
Walk your palms back to come back in the center again. And let us move to the next one, bringing your foot together, making a diamond shape between your hamstrings, between your legs. So the sole of your foot can be facing up or it can be facing each other as it is comfortable for you. Now if you want, use a bolster or a cushion. I would suggest keeping a cushion under your foot for sure, because for me usually my ankles start hurting, and to support that I find it more comfortable with the cushion underneath. And you can have a bolster. So if you are going to sit in the center, you can have a bolster maybe kept diagonally. You can hug a bolster and simply drop your head. You may want to keep a bolster over your foot. The one side of the bolster would be touching in between your thighs, the other side would be over your foot, and then you can simply rest your chest or forehead over the bolster. You can interlace your fingers and hug your bolster. Or you can simply sit here by keeping your arms on the thighs or your shin, depending on what is working for you. Now, if you feel that your lower back is consistently being pulled back, that's when you need to sit over the cushion, because that will give a nice tilt to your pelvis. So then make sure you're sitting over the bolster, sitting over the cushion, if that is what is needed for you. Okay, so let us begin. We are going to stay here for about 3 minutes. Whichever position you have taken, once you find your edge, make sure that then you remain still unless you find a new edge. Finding your surrender. Learning to surrender through Yin Yoga. Like how in difficult situation also it is possible that you can surrender. So we know we are getting some sensations which may also be called pain. But we are breathing through this sensation, we are breathing through this pain. As the passive stretches, the passive stress is working on our body, and we are trusting the process. More than anyone else, we are trusting ourselves. We know we are not crossing our limits. We know we are not pushing ourselves. We are doing just enough. Enough that we can also enjoy the process. And I think that applies to everything that we do in life. When we are doing something, whether we are working in office or we are working at home, we sometimes try to push our limits and we forget to enjoy. Because we all want to achieve, we all want to excel, we all want to overdo ourselves all the time. We are conditioned to do that. And I think the key is in balance. Find a balance point in everything that we do in our lives, wherein we are working at the same time we are enjoying the process. And we are able to surrender.
flow your awareness through your legs to see where and all you're getting this sensation. Most amount may be near about your hips, then lower thighs, and see if you can also feel something in your calf, reaching to your heels. And connect with each and every sensation to see what it is trying to tell you. Your body is opening up. We are opening energy channels, the blocked energy channels. And also see if you're shrugging your shoulders. If you are, maybe you're resisting something. So relaxed shoulders, which means you are letting it go. And you are allowing the asana to work on you. Deepening your stillness with each and every breath. You're letting it go more and more as you're exhaling. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, lift yourself back up. Walk your palms back. Stay in the center just for a few seconds. Extend both of your legs out. Sit over the cushion. I'm going to sit over the cushion in this one. Again, choosing to use the props or without props. If you're doing it without props, place your palms on the side and then just tilt forward. Walk your palms a bit more forward. Maybe allow your head to drop. Option number 1. Option number 2, you can keep the bolster on your legs and you can simply rest your palms over the bolster, or you can keep pillows, the pile of pillows, or your cushions, whatever you have around you. So we allow our spine to round in this one. Against, compared to the other yoga that we do in which we don't round our spine, in Yin Yoga we allow our spine to round. We relax our upper body. We are simply working on this part, including somewhat on our lower back as well. So you may find a new edge. I want to go a little more deeper to deepen my sensation. So in each asana, we are learning to relax. So what is relaxation? What is basically learning to relax? Learning to relax means learning to let go. You would have noticed sometimes, when we are working in offices, working on our business, we want to take the time off, but we just can't do it because we feel if we just take ourselves away from that situation, what will happen, who will handle it, what if everything goes wrong, what will happen in my absence. So we are not able to let go, and that's why there are so many times that we just don't take the time out for ourselves. And it's important that sometimes you just, give that time for yourself, relax, let it go, allow life to happen. Surrender. and connect with yourself. And as you breathe in, breathe out, walk your palms back to come back in the center. Bend both of your knees and drop both of your knees on the side. And now we are going to twist to our right side. So you can just twist, open your chest to your right and maybe shift a bit more back. And then on the side, we are going to place our forearms. So if it is possible for you only, otherwise you can just simply stay in the center. Allow your palms to be resting on the floor or maybe on a cushion or a block, and allow your torso to relax over your palms. Alternatively, place your forearms on the cushion or the floor on the side. Or you can keep a bolster under your chest and relax. So if you don't feel any sensation here, you can take your left leg a bit more back. Keep taking it back until you start feeling that sensation. You can also open your shin a bit more forward. So find a nice position for yourself and stay there. So I'm feeling a nice stretch now over here on my outer thigh, flowing to my pelvis on the side of my body. Where and all this asana is working on your body. It could be different for each one depending on some of my body parts are more open. So in this asana I may not feel sensation in those body parts, but you may be able to feel that. So noticing what is happening in your body. And again, back to letting go. Once you find your comfortable position, surrender. So sometimes there are days when you feel isolated, you feel alone, lonely. And I really feel that those days, these kind of practices work wonders, especially when you do them with props. There's so much warmth that you end up feeling. The warmth is coming out of yourself, for yourself. There's no external source for that. And which shows that we are able to provide ourselves that kind of love and warmth. If at all we learn to love ourselves like that. And the love for ourselves comes from acceptance. But the problem is we keep demanding more and more from ourselves because we are conditioned. We have heard those demands all our lives. So even if there's no one else to demand, eventually due to conditioning, we only start demanding from ourselves because those voices are already filled in our head and they don't really leave us until we make a nice, conscious, genuine effort towards that. And once you start working on those voices, more of self-acceptance comes and you learn to let go. Let us change the side. As you breathe out, place your palms on the side, lift yourself back up, switch over. This is so relaxing. I'm loving this, and I promise I'm going to keep quiet on this side. Let us internalize everything. Let us relax in silence.
Breathe in. As you breathe out, place your palms on the mat. Walk your palms back to come back in the center. And we are going to transition to lie down on our belly. So you can place your bolster. Also, you can use the bolster as well, or you can use the cushions to lie down. So you can place a cushion and place your pelvis, the pelvis bone, over the cushion itself. And then forearms on the mat, your elbows touching, your elbows in same line as your shoulders. Allow your ankles to drop down. You can allow your head to drop as well. You can feel the stretch and the extension in the back of your neck. Some of you may want to stay with head up, and that's also fine as long as you don't feel strain in your neck. So find your edge first, find a comfortable position, and the moment you find that comfort, that's when you surrender and move into watchfulness, staying aware of your breath. You can sense the lifting in your lower back as you inhale, and how your lower back goes down as you exhale. So noticing that movement. When you connect to your breath, you'll feel the sense of calm flowing all throughout your body. And it immediately calms your mind as well. So the breath is very, very subtle. The breath is very, very subtle, yet very powerful, yet very relaxing. And it tells so much about ourselves. Watching our breath itself, we can notice a lot about how our body is doing, how our mind is doing. Let us transition from here. So as you exhale, you can drop your forehead down. Tuck your toes, lift yourself back up. Bring your big toes together, keeping your knees apart. So if you have gap between your heels and your hips, place a cushion. You can also place a bolster in front of you. Like I have a bolster, I'm going to rest over the bolster. But if you don't have a bolster, you can simply start walking your palms forward and stretch your arms. Allow your arms to slide forward and take your chest down, resting your forehead down maybe. Or if you're lying down over the bolster, one end of the bolster between your thighs, and then rest your chest over the bolster. You can hug your bolster if you want, or stretch your arms out. So I'm a little bit in mood of relaxation today. That's why I'm choosing the bolster, but choose your variation. Whatever you are going to enjoy the most. And sometimes, if you want to take your chest deeper, another option is like you keep the bolster a little away and just rest your forehead over the bolster and stretch your arms out. You're going to stay here. And feel the gravity working on your chest, pulling it down. You may find a new edge. You may want to go deeper down. And again, as you breathe out, press your palms down, walk your palms back. We are going to lie down on our back. Little bit working on the back bend here. So you can bend your knees as you lie down. Again, we are going to use say pull pillows or the block to do this back bend. Otherwise, if you don't have anything, you can place your palms on the side and lift your hips slightly, and then find your edge and surrender your body weight to your shoulders. However, if you want, you can also slide the bolster under your sacrum. So we are going to work on our lumbar region. That's why make sure that you're keeping it under the sacrum and your hips not under your lower back. And once you find that nice position, you can stay here itself, or if you want, stretch your legs out. I prefer to stretch my arms out because I feel this nice stretch in my belly, and I enjoy breathing when I stretch my arms up. But you can choose, you can always keep it on the side. Feel the nice opening in your chest, in your upper body. And see if you can follow your breath flowing all the way up to your belly. See if you are holding any tension anywhere. If you are, release that. Let go of all your control and allow the asana to work on you. Allow the passive work to happen for you. Trusting, surrendering, having faith. And then just watching what is happening. Our job is only to watch, and that's what we do in Yin Yoga. We just get into a position, and then the only job that remains with us is to watch, notice, and learn. Feel the steep in your spine. See what can you and notice what you feel. What is that you can notice? In these subtle back bends, when you stay for longer, you can also feel the sense of calm that flows to your head. It can really calm your mind down, calm you down.
So it is all interrelated. Sometimes your physical activity will bring you calm. Sometimes a calm mind brings the wellness to your physical activity. And imagine if you're working in both of the directions. It's like two ends meeting each other in the center, balancing it out. And as you exhale, bend your knees first. Make sure you are coming out safely. Lift your hips up, slide your bolster out, and that's when slowly you'll bring your hips down. And now we will move to Shavasana. You have two options here. If you want, you can slide down in Supta Konasana by placing your feet together. Drop your knees on either side. If you want, place a cushion under your each knee. And again, you can either stretch your arms up or on the side, whatever works for you, or lie down in Shavasana. Relax. Let us take our awareness to our toes, to relax the toes, feet, ankles. Relax our shin, our calf, the front and the back of your knees. Relax your thighs. Your groin, your pelvis, your hips. Relax your lower back, your abdomen, the sides of your rib cage. Feel your heart center, your upper back, and relax. Relax your shoulders, your upper arms, elbows, your forearms, your wrist, your palms, fingers, and travel your awareness back to your neck and face. Feeling this relaxation in your neck and face muscles. Relaxing the center point between your eyebrows, your forehead, the crown of your head. Can you flow this awareness back to your toes? To let your entire body relax into the stillness. Allowing yourself to be, just be. Not being this person, that person, no person, just be. Like a bird sitting over the tree, just enjoying the present. And you can continue in Shavasana if you want to. If you want to come out, bring your awareness back to your surroundings. Feeling your body. You can make a subtle, gentle movement in your toes, fingers. You may want to move your head from one side to the other. If you are in sleeping butterfly, bringing your knees together first and then stretch your legs out, stretch your body, stretch your arms up. Bend your knees, roll over to your right. Press your palm down to lift yourself back up into sitting asana.
Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, whatever is left, let that as well go. Feeling grateful about the time that we have just spent with ourselves. And if you have enjoyed the session with me, you can hit the like button. You can also subscribe to my channel. Let us seal our practice for today with 1 Om. You can join your palms to the heart center. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, open your eyes. I thank you for joining me in. I wish to see you in some other practice soon. You have a wonderful and a mindful day ahead. See you. Bye bye.